Hello! My name is Jason Haynes and I live in Elko, Nevada. As a citizen in this county in Elko for 25 years, it is very important information that I want to share with you guys and help support our firefighters in these times of needs. Summertime is always considered the busy season when it comes to firefighting duties here in Elko County. Dry conditions, weather warms up, next thing you know, lightning strikes. Those lightning strikes create the issues of having wildfires across Elko and Elko County. Now we have available firefighters, we have lightning alert statuses, we have up-to-date information to respond to fires, and there's always a concern when it comes to these wildfires and the conditions for people that they're working in. You include high weather, high heat, but you also have to worry about the high winds when it's increasing those fires and increases over time. If firefighters are not prepared, they're not going to be able to respond. Well, my main concern when it comes to the firefighters is heat stress, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. These things are a leading cause of injuries and illnesses when it comes to firefighters and could even include death. Elko County is spread out in various areas, and depending on where the fire is located, firefighters can take a lot of time to actually get to those areas. Not to mention the high winds, air flight services, helicopters to provide water services in these types of wildfires makes it difficult for them to do. So when you include that, you include 90-degree weather, heat stroke, dehydration, major concerns with our fellow firefighters. In our large city, we only have 130 volunteer firefighters in our areas. We want to make sure if these situations happening, they are properly hydrated and taking care of ourselves and supporting what we need as far as our fair city. As a great example of this, just last month, June 2022, there was a fire in Nevada City, California that went for almost a week. Although the fire is now contained, 13 firefighters were injured due to heat-related injuries. I will provide that in the comments below to a link to that. Therefore, here's what I propose. I propose that we upgrade our systems in Elko County Firefighter for dehydration. This includes mobile stations to provide rehab. What I mean by rehab stations, simple basic trailers that can provide cooling conditions, water, misting, anything to get them out into cool environments and staying hydrated. We don't have to go with a trailer if necessary. We can provide pop-up tents. These tents can easily be provided on UTVs as well as pickup trucks once they are going to these areas, and they can pop right open and we can provide those same things. But let's not forget for those that are actually out there fighting those wildfires. And that would include simple things such as vests that will easily be protected but also provides cooling systems and water sources that can provide hands-free dehydration while those guys are fighting the fires. And I will provide a link for that information on what those are below. Now, I understand that this is a funding that is going to be very costly. You look at some of these costs, $50,000 just for one of those trailers alone is pretty heavily in costs. But let's be honest, these fires are not going to go away here in Elko County. Wildfires, very common for us to have. We have the great administrative controls, but we need to do what we can to stop these fires. Fires have occurred in our industry, or here in 2008 alone, 164 fires burned in our state. That means 540,000 acres of land was nearly destroyed. When you think about the wide range of Elko County, with miles and miles and miles, the fourth largest in the U.S. history in the United States, we only have 130 volunteers. That's a lot to cover, 170,000 square miles. We need to protect our firefighters. I think this is something we can easily do, providing funding, but we'll need to get some grants. Now, there's a lot of different grants that are out there. We have 11 in the state of Nevada alone that we can ask for those things. Some of these include Global Firefighting Prevention Grant Programs, State Farm Good Neighbor Citizenship Safety Grants, Code 3 Fire Training and Education, Grant Guys, Leary Firefighters Foundation, and even Walmart Foundation. What I propose is very simple. We ask all 11 of these in a simple equal amount. If we ask one of these grants from just one person, there's a good chance we would get this denied. If we were to spread this out between all of them, we could actually probably get this funding relatively easy and explain all the information I just provided to you on how we need to protect our firefighters. So in conclusion, wildfires are not going to go away. We have to be able to support our firefighters when they're out there. Staying hydrated in the summertime, fighting these wildfires is an important step to keep them safe, keep our city safe, and protecting them to ensure nobody gets hurt. I ask you, as well as anybody else, to support us in this matter and protect our firefighters who are fighting us and helping protecting us in our city. Thank you.